Hey everyone, it's good to see you again. So, have you noticed your phone ringing more often lately, especially with calls claiming to be for Medicare? Maybe they're saying your card is expiring, or that there's a new benefit you need to sign up for right away. It sounds official, right? But here's the surprising part. Many of those calls aren't for Medicare at all. Every year during open enrollment, scammers flood phone lines across the country, targeting seniors with fake offers and urgent warnings. It's one of the biggest fraud waves in America right now, and it's costing taxpayers billions. But more than that, it's costing people peace of mind. So, if you've ever wondered how to tell the difference between a real Medicare call and a scam, stay with me. Because what you'll learn today could help protect not just your money, but your identity too. And before we get started, let me know in the comments. Have you ever gotten a strange call about Medicare? What do they say? I'd really like to hear your experience. Now, let's talk about what's really happening during this time of year. Between October 15th and December 7th, Medicare's open enrollment period kicks in. It's supposed to be a time when you can review your coverage, compare plans, and make changes if needed. But for scammers, it's also open season. They know millions of seniors are expecting calls or mail from insurance companies or Medicare itself. That creates the perfect opportunity to blend in and sound legitimate. The trick is usually the same. They'll sound friendly, maybe even a little rushed. They might say something like, "I'm calling for Medicare to verify your plan," or "You're eligible for a refund or extra benefits. We just need to confirm your social security number." And once they have your information, that's it. They can bill fake claims, steal your identity, or sell your data to other scammers. Now, what makes this even harder is how convincing these calls have become. Many scammers now use technology to spoof real numbers. So your caller ID might actually show Medicare, your local hospital, or even your pharmacy. And that's where it gets tricky because we've all been told to check caller ID, but in this case, it's not enough. One woman shared that she changed her phone number 3 times in 1 year because of scam calls. 3 times. And each time, within days, they found her again. That's how widespread this problem is. Some people even say they stopped answering the phone completely just to get a bit of peace. And honestly, that's heartbreaking because it shows how much trust has been lost. You see, these scammers know exactly what emotions to play on. They use fear, saying your coverage is expiring soon. They use hope, offering new free benefits or refunds. And sometimes they just use confusion, talking quickly, mixing in real Medicare terms to sound official. It's not about getting you to think, it's about getting you to react. So then, how do you protect yourself? Well, there are a few simple things you can do right now. First, remember this. Medicare will never call you out of the blue asking for your personal information. They won't call to offer new benefits or to verify your number. If you ever get a call like that, hang up. Even if it sounds polite, even if they say it's urgent. Just hang up. Next, if you want to double check whether something is real, call the official Medicare number yourself. Or, if it's about your insurance plan, call the number on the back of your card. That one small step can save you from a lot of trouble. Also, try to keep your personal info tight. Never give out your Medicare number, your social security number, or your banking info to anyone who calls you unexpectedly. Think of it like your house keys. Once someone else has them, you've lost control of who comes in. And something else that helps, use your patient portal like MyChart or whatever your provider offers. Those online systems are much safer for communication. And if you're not sure how to use them, ask a family member or a friend to help set it up. Once you get used to it, it's actually really easy. Now, you might be wondering, what about the calls I actually need to answer? Like reminders for appointments or prescription refills? That's a fair question. Unfortunately, because of privacy laws like HIPAA, many medical offices don't leave detailed voicemails, which creates confusion. Scammers use that gap to sneak in. But here's the thing. Your real doctor or insurance company will always identify themselves clearly when you call them back, and they'll never rush you or threaten you. Another trick I recommend is setting unique ringtones for trusted contacts. You can assign a special sound for family, your doctor's office, or your insurance company. That way, when you hear a generic ringtone, you already know it's probably not important. Some people even take it a step further and turn on Do Not Disturb mode, letting only saved contacts ring through. That might sound extreme, But for a lot of people, it's brought real peace of mind. And speaking of peace of mind, if you've already been scammed or think someone tried to trick you, you're not alone. You can report it to Medicare or the Office of Inspector General. They track these cases and use the information to catch larger networks of scammers. Reporting helps protect everyone, not just yourself. Now, I want to touch on something that might surprise you. Many of these scam calls aren't even coming from inside the United States anymore. They're run by large operations overseas that use call centers and generated voices. Yep, that's right. Some of the people calling you might not even be real people. And guess what? Some of these fake voices sound so natural that even experts have been fooled. That's why it's important to focus less on how the caller sounds and more on what they're asking for. If it's personal information, if they create urgency, or if they sound too good to be true, those are your warning signs. Now let's talk about the government side of things, because there's actually been a lot of movement on this issue. President Trump's administration has said it's making Medicare fraud prevention a top priority this year. Agencies like the Department of Justice, Health and Human Services, and the FCC are working together to track spoof calls and penalize telecom companies that fail to block them. But at the end of the day, knowledge is your best defense. Just being aware that these scams exist already puts you ahead. And if you talk to friends, family, or neighbors about it, you're helping them stay safe too. Let me tell you about one story that really stuck with me. There was an older gentleman who almost gave out his information after a scammer told him his Medicare card was about to expire. He said it sounded so real, even the background noise made it feel like a real call center. But he paused, hung up, and decided to call Medicare directly. Turns out his card was fine and the call was fake. That one pause saved him from weeks of stress and possibly losing thousands of dollars. That's the thing. Sometimes it just takes one small pause, 1 second of doubt to stop a scam in its tracks. So if something feels off, trust that feeling. Now, one question I often get is, what if the scammer already has some of my info? That's actually pretty common. If that happens, call Medicare right away to report it. You can also contact your bank or credit monitoring service to keep an eye on suspicious activity. And if you gave out your Social Security number, consider calling the Social Security Administration's fraud line. Acting fast can limit the damage. Another thing to remember, these scams aren't just about just pausing for a moment to share something important with you. We've partnered with Chapter, a service we feel confident recommending for clear, honest Medicare help. They'll connect you with a licensed advisor, compare every Medicare plan in your area, and help you save money. Most people save around $1,100 a year. It's free, and their care advocate team is there to support you even after you're signed up. Call 615-639-1937 or visit askchapter.org/money using the link in the comments below. Let's keep going. Money. They can also affect your medical record. If a scammer uses your information to submit fake claims, it can mess with your actual health history, which can cause serious issues later. So yeah, it's more than just an annoyance. It can affect your care. Now I know this might sound like a lot to keep track of, but you don't have to do it alone. There are great organizations that can help, like your local state health insurance assistance program, often called SHIP. They offer free help for Medicare questions and can tell you which offers are real. And before I forget, never click on links in texts or emails that claim to be from Medicare. Real Medicare communication usually comes by mail, not through links or random messages. Scammers are getting creative with text messages too, so always go to medicare.gov directly if you need to check something. Now, the good news is more and more people are starting to recognize these scams before they happen. Awareness is growing. Seniors are sharing warnings online. Families are setting up call filters, and younger relatives are helping their parents and grandparents set up safer phone settings. It's teamwork, and it's working slowly but surely. So then what does all this mean for you? It means you have more power than you think. By staying alert, being cautious, and spreading the word, you're helping make these scams less effective. Every time someone hangs up instead of giving in, the scammers lose. And remember, you deserve to feel safe answering your phone. That's not too much to ask. So yeah, the next time you get a call that feels suspicious, take a breath, hang up, and double check through official sources. You're not being rude, you're being smart. All right, that's all for today. I hope this helped you feel a little more confident during open enrollment season. If it did, let me know in the comments what tips you found most helpful for spotting scam calls. I love seeing people share advice with each other. It's what keeps this community strong. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more updates and guides like this one. Stay safe, stay informed, and take care of yourself. And remember, not every ring deserves an answer.